No narration on this one, except just to introduce it. It's the B3306, a famous scenic road. This is the stretch from Pendeen to St Ives. It is part of a two-parter where I carry on through Penzance, Castlegate, and all the way back to here, making a big circle for those that are interested in big circles. No, actually I lie. There will be some narration. Just had a quick look at what interesting things there are along here, and some baffling things. So expect voices in your head every now and then. The music's just to help distract you from the wind noise. Still haven't really worked a way out of recording decent sound with the camera in a skeleton thing. Yeah. So here we are, on our way. Wasn't expecting that. Woman in a hedge. There you go. There's public footpath crosses there. We're leaving Pendeen now, into Morver. There's a lot of farms here. That sign we've just passed with a cow on it is a bit of a clue. So are the silos. And, a lot of agricultural land around here. People think Cornwall's all about tourism. It's tourism isn't its major industry. Agriculture's bigger. Although I imagine there's a lot more people employed one way or another in tourism. This is a sneaky little bend here. And a very narrow road. People often cut the corners, as you'll see in a little while. I imagine these little narrow roads terrify some people if they're not used to them. But once you're used to it, it's not really a problem. You just have to judge gaps well. It's probably a reason why so many people down here ride bikes. It's easy to get about when it's busy in the summer. Farmer's faked up a standing stone here. Fools a lot of people. Good man. Yes, get on the right side of the road, mate. Thank you very much. That's what I mean about people cutting corners. It happens all the time. You see a car that's nice and close in to the edge, scraping his mirrors in the hedge. He's local. They know the routine. That veterinary deliveries van driver, if he's regular around here, he ought to know better. Fun and games on this part with German coaches coming one way and the open top bus coming the other. Can get interesting, especially when they try and reverse back round here. Nice cream teas in that place. Now just round here is the Cairngalva mine, Cairngalva engine house. It's the beginning of the mining set that runs all the way along this coast. They call this the Tin Coast. It runs from basically starting here through Morva, Pendeen, St Just, or the north coast. We're getting close to Zena. They technically call this Zena, but we're not there yet. Nice climbing centre there. If anyone's into climbing, I'm not, but it's very popular. In front of us there is the Atlantic Ocean, Celtic Sea, possibly Bristol Channel, whatever you want to call it. When we entered this section of the moors, we crossed the cattle grid, which is a good indication that at some time or other during the year you might find some sort of animal mincing about rather than hikers and cyclists. Here's another grid as we leave that section. Gets a bit windy and twisty from now on. I don't think I've actually had this out of third gear yet. What's the rush? Some points in this road you're almost literally driving through the middle of somebody's farm with their farm buildings on both sides of the road, so you've got to be a bit careful. On this corner there used to be a really old collie, farmer's dog, used to sleep in the middle of the road. Yeah, he was there for years, so lucky boy. We're approaching the Gurnet's Head Hotel. For those of you in London, gurnard is a fish, or I might be talking a load of pollocks. They're approaching the very outskirts, if that's the right word for the village, of Zena. I used to live here, in one of those houses actually, when I was a young lad, in a rental. It was pretty good. It's a long walk to the pub though, which is an excellent pub in Zena, the Tin as it's called. David Bowie used to have a house up in these parts. My mate used to do his IT. Call it IT. Well, it was IT, but dial-up. That's all we had. Amazing how things changed. So I've seen a truck come in down the road, so I've pulled in here. I don't know where he's wanting to go. People tend to bunch up and cause jams around trucks and get scared of them in the narrow lanes. There's a UPS van. Yep, cheers mate. Nice Land Rover there. I mean, that's something you don't hear, is it? Outside of someone in the SAS or someone in the country. Oh, nice Land Rover. I like that. Arguing about which is best, Discovery or a Defender. Anyway, onwards and upwards, down to Zena. Zena's one of those almost unique places, rare places, where you can almost get your knee down on someone's roof as you go past. There you go. We won't go down through the village, we'll just carry on the main road. Some tourists at the bus stop, a glimpse. Yeah, there they are. All with their masks on. I wonder how long it takes wearing a mask before your ears start to stick out. Yeah, 2021. Archaeologists will be digging people up, won't they? And thinking, fuck happened to people's ears in 2021? I swore there, didn't I? Good job these aren't monetised. Paid. As if by magic, the UPS van gives me a clear road. They earn their money delivering around these roads, especially if they're self-employed. Must be hard work though. Oh, come on. How wide do you think your car is? St Ives, 2 miles. You should see it when you get over this hill. It's downhill all the way. In many ways, literally, for St Ives. The amount of holiday homes there is frightening. They had a local referendum, and the remaining people who still live in St Ives, but are from St Ives, voted pretty much overwhelmingly not to sell any new build houses to second homeowners. So the prices are ridiculous. During lockdown, I understand that houses were being sold $500,000, $1 million, $1.5 million, and people weren't even looking at them, just buying them, making an offer. Unbelievable. It is a shame. It's a very quiet place in the winter. It's a lovely place to visit in the off season, by the way. In the summer it's crowded. In the winter we get some lovely days down here. If you're ever going to visit Cornwall, early spring, autumn's a good time. Don't just come in the summer. Do yourself a favour as well, because prices get loaded in the summer. Not at the pubs and restaurants or anything, obviously, but the accommodation's more expensive. You get a lot better value for money off season. That's my tip. Martin Lewis, eat your heart out. Well, there we have it. Good 10-mile stretch of the B3306. I think that's possibly the nicer part. It's great going the other way as well. I'm carrying on somewhere else.